I'm a musician, and they say, oh, what instrument do you play? And I say, oh, I play guitar. And then, if they keep on asking, I have to give answers. And maybe one or two, or maybe two or three questions in, the question is, have you heard of Django Reinhardt? But that's the question, is, have you heard Django Reinhardt? Doing good. Right. It's a nice, beautiful day.
Absolutely, it is. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Instrumental Milestone. I want to welcome right now a very special friend and guest of mine, Mr. Jack Soref. All right. Well, Jack, as you know, part of this project that I've been putting together here is all about talking to some of the musicians that have an enthusiasm for Django, have a passion of love, and yours has been deep-rooted from kind of the beginning almost. If I remember the story correctly, if you would take us to the beginning, klezmer music, and a young Jack Soref.
Okay, well, I mean, like a lot of people probably, I'd been hearing Django or music inspired by Django much longer than I knew. But it really wasn't until Sims and Henry and me, we all went to the Django Reinhardt Festival in Samoa in 2002, and I was probably more interested in sound and the way the instrument sounded than anything else. And there was a guitarist among them named Johnny Hepper who was really good. Stokolo Rosenberg and a lot of Sinti friends or family came all in this big entourage, walked down to where we were camped out and jamming. And I saw him sort of in the back of the crowd, and I thought, no, it can't be. But Stokolo sat down and played a couple tunes with John. And you can find the video on YouTube. I'm too short to be in the video. I'm sitting right behind where the video or right in front of where the video camera was. But I was sitting, only a little bit farther from Stokolo, and just hearing that sound live changed my life. It's, it really set the rest of the course of my life. I could hear that it was a different sound, but I didn't really get it.
The energy,
it was just such a beautiful sound. At that time, there wasn't all the online video resources and the books that there are now, and there wasn't much information when I started out about how to play Django's music. It just felt impossible to me at first. I didn't even understand how you could do that, and it seemed like magic that they all had this sound and this way of playing, and they had an acoustic voice that was just them and the strings and the box. The physicality of it and how much of a real sound you were getting just from your hands and nothing else really, really spoke to me, and it was a revelation. I loved how you could feel the roots that go back, 1,000 years. But I also loved that it felt like it was a revelation to feel how much it was a tradition that never stopped. Like Django opened up this whole world based on everything he heard and loved and funneled through his genius, both as an instrumentalist and as just a musical mind.
Sorry. Are you guys accompanying? You're gonna come in and then they're gonna, or you're just doing 8 bars by yourself, 8 bars? All right, then I'm gonna get some zoom in action going on here.
Yeah. I was gigging at little clubs and bars in Boston. And I was a jazz comp major by day. And I would go to Django and June after the first couple years being there as a student. I sort of worked as a work-study person, but very quickly was teaching full-time. And the plan was always to quit the day job and just play music full-time.
How do you think it's integrating maybe into American society?
It's certainly more well-known. That's the question, is have you heard Django Reinhardt?
Yeah.
And the number of people who say, oh yeah, has definitely increased just across the board. Yeah, but even with that, I mean, we're a small little niche in American culture, certainly where we've got to be barely a blip. But within our world, it feels like it's just exploding. It's so much bigger than when I was a boy. All over the country, you can find people who really love the music and it sounds like they've heard it before, and it might not be just like the synth play, but maybe that's good in a way. It's kind of beautiful that the synthy touch still is really, you know, for the synthy.